What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Ree, and I got Jazzy to the left of me.
What's up, y'all?
I got my man D to the right of me.
What up?
And we got our special guest. What's your name?
Sydney.
And this is Mind, Body, and Soul. So, we got our special guest. How you doing? Wait, hold on, sorry. How y'all doing today, number one, first of all?
Yeah, doing good.
You good? How about y'all?
I'm doing great.
I'm doing great. I'm running off like 3 hours of sleep. But, yeah, we here?
I saw you about the Celsius in, so I knew what that meant.
Yeah, like on the way here, I was like this.
Well, while you was driving?
Yeah, kind of dangerous.
I do not recommend that.
Yeah, I'm saying, thank God you made it
It
safe.
was a little wild this Sunday.
But anyways, but yeah, we got our special guest here today, y'all. We got our girl Sydney, and Sydney, we're gonna get right into it. So go ahead and tell us about your business, tell us your Instagram, and then number one, subscribe, like, and comment Mind, Body, and Soul podcast. Sorry, but you go ahead and explain what you got to explain.
Yeah, so I'm Sydney. I'm the owner of the Breathe Lounge and Wellness Spa. I'm also the founder of Breathe Free, which is a nonprofit 501c3 that promotes wellness, holistic therapy, but to communities facing barriers. And yeah, I'm all about holistic therapy and wellness.
Cool. What made you get into this breathing and wellness?
I've always had like a meditation practice, a yoga practice, but I went through a divorce, as I was mentioning, and it was real traumatic. And the only thing that really got me through was like my breath. And so once I went through the healing process, I went on a retreat. And as I was getting a massage, I heard the name Breathe Lounge come to me in my ear, and I was like, okay, God, when I get back.
Let's tap into this retreat. Tell me about this retreat and what did it kind of transition into Breathe? I know you got the idea, but did it kind of transition into that spiritual realm, or was it a spiritual retreat? It
was really just like a healing retreat for my birthday. I had gotten divorced in May, and my birthday was July. And so I was like, I need to do 23rd.
I'm July 2nd. Oh, you a Cancer?
No, I'm a Leo.
Okay. Leo.
Yeah, my daughter's a Cancer.
Is it Cancer June?
I think the end of June, early July.
Your daughter's Cancer?
Yeah, she's July 20th. So.
What's up?
Cancer?
Yeah, you know I'm a Cancer.
Look at his face.
Why you making that face?
Yeah, what are you?
I'm the realest on this table.
You didn't even say it.
It ain't right.
There he is.
The most toxic of them all.
Toxic. Man, I'm out of here.
Don't take the mic with you.
For real.
You know, a lot of people say that about us, but I'm not toxic. I mean,
Do you share your emotions?
I'm very expressive. Is
I
that
don't believe that.
I'm
That's
very
not toxic.
expressive. I mean, okay, for a long time I wasn't like that, but you know.
So you're a healed Aquarius.
I'm very healed.
Gotcha.
Yes, I'm very aware of myself and what I don't like and what I like. So, and I'm open to express that anytime. Like,
Right.
I don't like the way that Tyree looks at me when we in the gym.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Not anyway. We're right along. Okay.
Yeah, right on. But back to your retreat.
Yeah.
And your birthday.
So I just wanted something like to just help me heal and relax and have fun. And so I created like a 3 or 4 day retreat where it was like yoga, massages, exploring, doing fun stuff. And it was like at the end of that, the last day was actually my birthday when we did like the massages. We had a private session. And I was just vibing out. Palm Springs is like naturally a real like healing, cool environment. And yeah, that's where it came.
You was at Palm Springs?
In July. It was so hot.
She meditating and sweating at the same
Man,
time.
what?
Get it all
That's
out.
out, right.
So going into meditation and everything. I know I talked to you about it too before we started recording. Like, did you have any spiritual experiences, with the breathing, or like any out of body experiences? I know me and D talk about that kind of stuff a lot. I'd be kind of a fan of when we say astral projections, or like even visualization, or like just getting lost in maybe reaching a different realm or a different spiritual realm. Have you had any experiences like
I've
that?
definitely had some experiences during like breathwork sessions where like I've cried and like released a lot of emotions that were like pent up, that sometimes we go through life, whether you have a therapist or whatever you're doing, and you think that like you're at a certain point and there's still a lot of stuff that you need to release. And so breathwork was really helpful with helping me release a lot of that. And like I was telling you, like I don't always have the space and time to just cry and let it out. So I do get to enjoy those breathwork sessions where I have that space
Yeah.
to cry and get it all out.
I have a question. So what is like the breathwork session? Like how does it start? How does it?
Yeah, it usually starts with just like sitting, breathing slowly, like usually just doing some first like cleansing breaths in and out your nose. And then depending on like what's the aim of the session, whether it's like trauma release or relaxation, whatever it is. And then just to really start to deepen your breath and just really just breathing. A lot of times I use music, different like artists like India.Arie or, you know, just different artists that help facilitate that environment of like a sacred space. And the breath usually will just guide you. Like you don't have to do anything but breathe. And we breathe naturally on our own. But guided breath work is just different breathing techniques that help you. So.
Nice.
What did I want to ask you?
I said, where is
Do
it?
you?
That's a good one.
That probably is. I be having like 1,000 questions running through my head. So, do you prefer when you first started meditating? Did you do any guided meditation? How did your sessions look? Were they like 5-minute sessions to kind of get your body to connect with your mind and, you know, kind of get it to train? Like, okay, this is what we're doing. Because like we talked about, you know, you can get lost in the midst of, you know, you meditating and like your mind get to wondering like, what do I want to eat next? And you like, I know like, you know, a form of getting that back on track is, you know, inhaling, exhaling, but that can be kind of difficult to do it for 10 minutes, 15, 20 minutes.
I always recommend people to start even 2 minutes, 1 minute, you know, just being able to close your eyes and breathe for 1 minute is a great way to start. And then increasing to 2 or 3 or 5 minutes. I've done an hour breath work or a meditation session, and that's been pretty intense. To just try to keep your mind focused and keep from wandering. And it's okay, your mind is gonna wander. I think that's why so many people are like maybe turned off or just unsure about having a meditation practice because they think that your mind is just gonna be so focused the whole time.
Yeah.
Whether you've been meditating for 1 day or meditating for 30 years, it's just a part of it.
Yeah. And is people don't really understand when it comes to meditating that they've been doing this for thousands and thousands of years. And we talked about it before we on the podcast about even Jesus. Jesus. Well, I've been getting the habit of calling him Yeshua. So it kind of like I kind of fumble when I say Jesus because his real name was actually Yeshua, or Jeshua, or however you want to say it. But Jesus, just for people, he meditated. You know, like we talked about in Indian culture or Buddhism and Hinduism, like in ancient history, if you read different scriptures back then, like they all meditated. You know, like even in the book we've been reading Project 369, they said Tesla, he meditated, like to visualize, you know, what he wanted or his inventions and stuff. So like everything, people that are successful, successful spiritually or in this world have used meditation as a form of prayer or success or visualizations to, you know, to get them to where they need to be. So just a quick.
And I mean, I feel like to kind of like touch on what you're saying too. I mean, nothing that you experience in the outer world is permitted to be experienced if it's not something that you feel in your inner world, inwards.
Yeah.
And so when you gotta think about, you know, if you're not like trying to connect with yourself, like first of all, you know, like the chakras that we have, they're naturally off balance because of the frequencies that we deal with on a daily basis. Yeah. You know, and so naturally you're not in tune with what's going on in the outer world because you're not in tune with yourself. Okay. And so I feel like, you know, meditation and, you know, prayer is a way for you to, you know, get to where you want to get. Like you're talking about all these successful people that are experiencing, you know, wealth or whatever. You don't build that stuff just off of, I went to school and I graduated and I...
Exactly.
That's how you get your downloads in that quiet place.
We are CPUs. Yeah. This is all it is a process.
I mean, even when I was talking about the Breathe Lounge, it was in a quiet massage therapy meditation where I got the download for the Breathe Lounge. And like back to what you were saying, like most of the great inventors, like they didn't have nothing else to do but meditate. And like, how do you think they were able to create and find how to, you know, electricity and all these things? They didn't have all these distractions, and it was just them.
And that's and Napoleon Hill talks about that if they could grow rich, how he was him or forgot who it was. Albert Einstein used to sit and like it would be like he's sleeping, but he's not sleeping. He's meditating. It's like a deep meditation to go and get these plans that you don't necessarily have access to in this realm. And so, and I think that's true. Like I think you can, when you meditate, you're actually going into another realm, another version of yourself that's in the future, and you getting these plans from him or her, and then you bringing it back into reality and say, all right, I'm gonna go and create this. I see this happening in the future, but I need to come back and create it now. Kind of like what Steve Jobs did. He talks about it a lot, but he used psychedelics and meditation to do the same thing.
But that's why visualization, I mean, is key. Like, and that's one thing I tell people: if meditation, just sitting and being quiet, is kind of intense for you, visualization is probably my favorite form of meditation because it gives you an opportunity to literally think and imagine what it is that you want. So I see myself before I have my business, walking in my business. What do you mean?
You said visualize meditation.
Yeah, so there's meditation. I mean, there's different forms of meditation, but most people, when they think of meditation, it's like sitting quietly, zenning out. But visualization is a form of meditation, but visualization is where you're not necessarily just quieting your mind, but you're thinking and you're imagining things that you want. So maybe it's a certain car, a certain job. A great way to practice visualization is to see yourself on that job or, see yourself driving that car, and actually like picture it, feel it, like to where it actually feels real, like a waking dream.
And that's the crazy part that you talk about there, because I was reading today, and that book I was telling you about, Project 369, and I've been kind of researching this stuff too, like about how powerful we are. You just said it before when I started shouting. I felt the spirit when she said it. When you were saying about how like we're all gods, and like and when people say that, it's not a disrespect to the creator of the universe, the multiverse, the known God that we pray to. It's saying that like God lives in all of us.
Yeah, like I'm an extension of that.
We're all extensions. We're all one. So like we're all different people, but we're all in this one consciousness. That's having these different experiences and understanding that like God has made a way for us to be powerful on this earth. Everything that He's created is in plan and place for us to be successful.
Yeah. One thing that I tell people all the time is interesting with Christianity, and even when reading the Bible, like Jesus, it says in there we're supposed to have the same powers as Jesus,
exactly.
like the same healing powers, the same like all of this stuff, but why don't we have
all the works I have done? You would do.
It's been snatched.
All the works I have
because
done,
we don't meditate to connect with
exactly.
God. Like I love learning about different religions, but one of my issues with Christianity is that we focus so much on Jesus that we don't focus on like His creator, And He tells us like, don't just seek me, seek my Father, and we get stuck. Like we get stuck on that, and I think that when you are meditating, you're seeking His Father.
And this might be very controversial. And I've told this to D, and I'm gonna just say it. I think Christianity, and don't get me wrong, like I said before, off the podcast, like all religions are well and fine and dandy, because they all have a good point to it. It's a good moral code to it. They have their different values that are moral and just,
right.
But the way they go about it, we're still having wars over religion, If you're truly believing in God, the Creator, that's so pure and loving, we wouldn't be having wars over it. We wouldn't be, fussing about, well, my God, Jesus wasn't the true Messiah.
Most religions were really aimed to control.
Control.
Yeah,
control.
My grandmother is Jehovah's Witness now.
You tell me this.
The last time I went to her house to visit my grandfather caught a stroke, and he can't say nothing like that. And like we having this emotional moment, and my grandmother like, what's Jesus' name? And I'm like, well, no, she said, what's God's name? I said, Jesus. I said, just like that, Jesus. She said, no, it's named Jehovah. And I'm like, and she got to showing me something in her Bible, and I'm like, it's the same thing.
We literally fight over the same thing.
Same thing.
And I always say, which is sometimes controversial as well, but like they were all prophets. Buddha, Allah, Jesus, they were all prophets, and like we follow along right in that same, line too. But
and they just figured it out.
Yeah.
And I think Christianity too, and other religions as well, they focus a lot on his crucifixion, which I understand. His crucifixion was, he got in trouble for speaking things that he wasn't supposed to be speaking, and it was prophesied that he would die. But they focused, the Western civilization focuses a lot on his crucifixion and, you know, him coming back instead of focusing on the teachings that he was trying to teach.
Yeah, but that's
Like,
why they
about-
banned a lot of the books of the Bible,
Yeah.
because I think that some of those key things when you go to like, well, how can I access those healing powers and
Yeah.
like some of those same things, I think that those texts were taken out of the Bible
course.
so that we would not be able to access that.
And they can't, because, bro, it was literally like we're sitting around the table.
Yeah.
That's literally how the Bible was created.
Yeah, they're like, okay, what we gonna include? Oh no, they can't know this.
Yeah, they can't know
no,
that.
only us. We only need this information.
And like right now, we're in a informational exchange time zone in
Yeah.
the sense to where like everybody's gaining access. You have unlimited access to information. I mean,
Yeah.
it's-
With
it's
all
at
this
the- it's at your
technology.
fingertips.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So like, it's no excuse not to know, and it can't be hidden anymore. And I think like one of the again, we talk about chakras and stuff like that. Like all of that stuff matters. Frequencies, you know, everything is tuned at 430, 440 hertz. That frequency is not really good for us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so now, like, learning about, in the book that we're reading, Project 369, learning about certain frequencies, even me being an audio engineer and a DJ, is like...
Certain music, certain
music.
songs are literally kept at a
music
lower vibration for a reason, and that's why you have to be really careful of like what you allow into your spirit, because some things you thinking you just listening and vibing out, but it's literally bringing your vibration down.
And that's, I DJ at the gym, and I play a lot of, like, I play some rock, I play some metal, but it's like, for a while I wouldn't play that type of music. I wouldn't even play rap for a while. But it's like, okay, now I have an understanding of myself and what it is, and it's like, okay, well, you can kind of block those frequencies out, and then on a normal, like, you know, now, like, even when you come by, hey, put the frequencies on, you know, 880 hertz, 777, you know, we're trying to like reconnect, you know, keep that energy flowing.
Yeah.
So when you go out into this world and you experience those lower vibrations, your energy is so high up, even if it do tank, it's not tanking back to that level, you know, and so.
And kind of taking it back to we were talking about visualization, and I kind of want to tap back into that, if that's okay with everybody.
Yeah, sure.
I just understanding, like, you know, when we meditate and we actually see, like, just say D, you want to, you know, have this big DJ company. I'm just making something up. I don't know if you got a DJ company, or like being a producer or something, or have your own studio or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, so, like, the fact that we can literally, if we can envision that, that means it's real.
Yeah.
And that is done. You know what I'm saying? So, like, just understanding, like, the power that we have is, like, it's almost scary to a point that I literally can see myself and just imagine myself and focus on myself being a famous trainer that got his own gym, and I'm successful. Like, I can literally see that, and that can just happen.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't think people really truly understand the powers, and that's what we always talk about, the Matrix, or, you know, living in this delusional world, because, like, we don't understand the power that we have.
Yeah, the
Like,
power of the mind is insane. You know, we only access like 10% of our brains. And so that other 90%, I mean, it's just idle, but our brains have so much capacity to like bring so much into fruition. I believe in the law of attraction. I don't know if you guys right?
And it's whatever people want to call it, because people are like,
Yeah.
it's not law of attraction, it's, you know, just whatever you put out-
Manifesting
whatever you put
or
out to the
belief
universe is what you're gonna
or
get back.
faith.
faith.
All the
Yeah,
same.
it's all the
It's
same
really
stuff.
all the same, but that is so real. Like you can, but your mind has the power to either create or destroy.
Exactly.
And a lot of times we use our mind to like focus on the negative or why we can't do certain things.
Yes.
And,
I wanted to ask you, I seen on your page the 4 different meditation techniques, breathing techniques. Tell me about those, like the 3-5-5. What is the difference between all of those?
Yeah,
breathing
so
techniques?
different breathing. I mean, there are a lot of different breathing techniques. There's like the fire breath, which gets the energy going.
Can you demonstrate just for each one of them? Can you demonstrate the fire breath? How would that go? I'm not trying to put you on the spot.
Sure.
Like, I wasn't ready.
Yeah, I wasn't ready. I didn't know I was
I
going to.
I
I didn't know I was going to demonstrate.
Well, first,
Yeah.
so as you explain it to me, can you show us?
Yeah, just a quick little something.
I can definitely do that. So first off, my favorite is 4x4. Breathe in. So you breathe in for inhale for 4 seconds. So breathe in 4, and then you hold that breath for 4, and then you slowly let it out for 4, and then you just kind of rest for 4 seconds. That's my favorite. I feel like it's
like
a
that
really
one. What is that one?
calming
That was
4x4 breathing. They call it box breathing.
Box breathing. I like
Yeah,
that.
that was nice.
Yeah, that was
So
nice.
it's like in, 4, and then
to
4.
conquer the world.
It's like a box. So that's my favorite.
My posture's better. It fits
Y'all
my
crazy.
spine.
Jeez. But that's honestly my favorite
Yeah, I like that
breathing technique. Fire breathing is where you're just like breathing at a rapid rate, really, really fast.
And what's the purpose of that?
To really get the energy going and flowing. Yeah.
Like that?
But you do it with like your mouth closed, so it's
Close your mouth.
yeah. It can seriously. You close your mouth and it looks funny when you do it, but
me see it.
it's just like
Like you're
mad.
mad.
yeah, like you're mad.
So that will
And you
probably
keep
be before
going.
you actually get into the meditation.
Yeah, so you can do fire breathing before. I wouldn't recommend doing it at night because it's an energizing breathing technique. So to get the energy going,
So
now you're up. Yeah.
every days. Don't ask me what I'm doing. You know what I'm
And it
doing.
really gets the energy going. That's a really good one too. A lot of
Like a
that's
gorilla.
yeah. But it really gets like that oxygen going,
Yeah.
and like it's a really
It
cleansing.
literally just put me in a better mood right now.
Yeah,
Like, I can't
it really
stop
does.
So
Like-
give us one. I know you had. Give us one more. We ain't gonna make you do all my own.
I mean, another one that I love is just breathing in and out slowly. Just slowly in through your nose and out through your mouth. That's like a really good one when you're like working out really hard, or you're doing like something kind of intense, or you have anxiety. Just like breathing in, breathing out. And it just helps you regulate, helps you calm down. I prefer breathing techniques that are more relaxing and calming. Fire breath is great. That's not my favorite, but it's it's cool. It's
breath?
fire breath. That's the one where you're breathing
Okay,
like
that's
really in and
I
out.
like the first one though.
Yeah, the box one.
Box breathing is my absolute
I've
favorite.
seen a YouTube video. I think it was. The guy was showing. He was demonstrating a meditation. I mean, a form of breathing, and it was like you would take this really deep breath and then take one more up at the top.
Yeah. So it's like you're filling up, and then right when you feel like you're like at your capacity, expand a little bit more and bring a little bit more breath in.
And in your definition, what is that doing for you?
It's just really helping.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
What are you doing?
I was trying to do
What is
I was
happening?
trying to do the
One thing about us,
meditation.
we socially awkward.
Yeah.
Me too.
Clearly.
Kindred spirits. But honestly, it's just really good for like self-regulation,
Okay.
and just really increasing like your capacity, your lung capacity too. Like we breathe on autopilot naturally, but a lot of us are not very good at breathing. So just different breathing techniques really just help you explore, you just connect with yourself and just really explore your breath. And honestly, relaxation, stress relief, trauma. I was mentioning it when I went through my divorce. It was times where like it was so traumatic. All I could do was just like, whew, like it just breathe. Like sometimes you so stressed out or you so upset. All you could do is just like,
That's all you can do.
and breathing releases space. It makes room for you. So I love breathing for trauma. When you getting piercings or tattoos or anything, they tell you like breathe in. Like your breath honestly takes you everywhere.
So you have private sessions with people and helping them breathe?
Yeah.
Okay, so
people pay big bucks
so
to learn how to breathe.
So can Daisy, if you don't mind, can we? My bad. The judge. My bad. Set me straight. Shout out to the judge. Yeah.
Shout out to the judge.
My bad, the judge.
Media producer.
Yeah.
We appreciate you.
Say that again.
Executive media producer.
I just want everybody to hear because I was talking when you said
I
that
thought
first.
I said something wrong.
No, I was talking first. I wanted to make sure everybody heard. I wanted to make sure everybody heard it. Yeah. Shout out to the judge. My bad, the judge. Can you please put on some like nice soft music for us? Yeah. Something to make us do that. Yeah,
Why?
I got you. I appreciate you. Just can you hold on?
Oh,
He got something in store.
Black people always
I feel like I'm about to guide you in a little something.
I don't want to go too far off into it, but I wanted to ask you. Yoga.
Yeah.
No.
That's my favorite. I love breathing, but yoga is my passion.
Well, why is it your passion? Why is it your favorite? What does it?
Because
I've always
with
wanted to
yoga,
do that.
you can blend in the mind-body movement, honestly. Like,
Oh,
you're
okay.
breathing, but you're also connecting your body movements. And for me, it's a form of meditation. Yoga is a form of meditation, but it's a moving meditation. I mean, there's so many types of meditation, walking meditation.
I love yoga.
But I love yoga because it's great to like stretch your body, increase flexibility,
I like
and you're working on your breathing the whole time.
Beautiful
Like through every pose, you're still connecting with your breath.
So yoga helps your energy flow a lot better with
Yeah, because we have a lot of energy, a lot of trauma, stress that's like pin up. And so when you practice yoga, you're allowing your body to get that energy flowing and moving while also connecting to your breath.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna start taking yoga classes myself.
It's so good. I highly recommend it for men, women. I tell people that whether my baby started yoga at 3 months old. I took her to her first yoga class. And my grandma, she's 82, and she does chair yoga. So whether you're young, old, man, woman, child,
I might get Granny to do that.
yeah, it's so beneficial.
Come on, here. Come on, girl.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it. Get your tail in there. Yoga,
Yeah, it's good for you.
No,
Not kicking Granny.
not kicking Granny.
Oh my God.
Kick the wheelchair in there.
My dad gonna kill me.
What did you kick?
Dad, don't see that part.
Yeah, thank you later on. When you come back all
Yeah.
healed.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Refreshed, mind new.
Mind new. Renewing of the mind.
But even a lot of NFL players, they incorporate yoga into their practice after working out. So
Yeah, I've been trying
it's
to
highly
incorporate.
beneficial.
I know it's not yoga, but I feel like it kind of goes together, like Pilates. I don't know if that.
Completely
there's a little
different.
more- okay.
Yeah, not the same at all.
All
but
right. Okay.
it is a lot of core control.
Yeah, she's telling me that.
And Pilates is great, but to me, it's just a lot more like strength. It's a workout to me.
It's definitely a workout.
It's a workout.
So when a client comes to you, how does that look? Like, how does the start to finish look for a client? Is it like them sitting down with you one-on-one and you kind of like assessing them and seeing where they at, what's going on with them? And then
It's kind of like a therapy session, yoga therapy, breath therapy. We'll kind of sit down and talk about, like their journey, any traumas, any stress, any anxiety, just like their life, so I can get to know them a little bit more, their background, if they practice yoga, if they practice breath work before. And then based off of their answers, I kind of do an assessment, and then we go into like some light breathing, some light stretching. And like I said, depending on where they're at in their journey, depends on like what we do.
Okay.
And then that's a private session, but group sessions are group classes. We have a set class type, and depending on where you're at in your journey, you're like, oh, I want to take this advanced yoga class, or I want to take something more beginner friendly.
During your sessions with your clients, I know like you said, you're working on breathing and whatnot. Do you teach your clients or give your clients different affirmations that they can use throughout their day to kind of like keep them in that realm?
Yeah, affirmations are a huge part of my life and a huge part of all of my sessions, whether it's our classes or private sessions. I think affirmations are an amazing way to help you retrain your thoughts and just, to encourage yourself. So yeah, we definitely do affirmations. I usually give them affirmation cards that they can like keep with them, but as they're stretching, as they're breathing, I'm affirming them and also having them affirm themselves.
Yeah,
We only got 7 minutes left, but I know we're getting ready to do a part 2, and I wanted to talk to you, which I think we all probably got the same idea, but synchronicities. Numerology. How do you feel?
11-11.
11-11, baby. 11-11. Just see it, just so lovely. 11-11, what does that mean to you?
For me, it means, it's just like alignment with the universe, with God. I mean, synchronicities, honestly, are just, to me, just a sign that, like, you're on the right track. I mean, they all, different angel numbers or synchronicities have their meanings. But for me, it just means I'm in alignment. Like, if I'm at the gas station, one thing I do, if I can get my gas pump to stop on 0 and not go a penny over, I'm like, synchronicity.
Like
I'm in alignment. And it's so
My mama do it for finance.
Stop right at 30.
I don't want to see 40.01. I want it to be $40.
I didn't even think about it like that.
Yeah.
Because I usually stop it on like.
And sometimes when I don't, I'll be like, oh, okay, I'm a little bit off today. And it's just me in my head. Or like, if I'm driving and I see a license plate and it's my birthday, I'll be like, okay, God.
So do you believe, like, because I was telling him, like, I suck at finding these numbers, and he was like, oh look, 11-11. I'm like, God, you son of a.
But the numbers you don't find the numbers, they find you.
I know. So like,
That was it.
I love jazz. But real quick. But yeah, so I'm not really great at spotting out the numbers, and I was like, do you feel like people connect differently?
Yeah, I think so. Some people, I think it's more of a bigger deal for some people than others. For me, it's okay. Like, I like when I see 11, I'm like, oh, okay. But I don't really put too much into it. Some people are like really big into angel numbers. That's, it's not really my thing.
You got a hand number?
I mean, I've been getting a lot, especially since the divorce thing.
Yeah.
I've gotten a lot deeper into synchronicities because I see them so often. Like at first, I was like, it's 222, but now it's like every day. You know, 11, 222, 333, 555, 666, all of them. And it's like, what does all this mean? And there's so much information out here nowadays.
You can Google it, and usually whenever I Google, like, because sometimes I'll see a number and I'll be like, let me see what this means. But they all really mean the same thing, that like you're guided, you're protected, you're on the right track, you're in alignment. So whenever I see it, I'm just like, okay. Whether it's 333 or 1111, it's all the same for me.
Now, my thought behind it was, okay, when you see a certain number, whatever thought that you had previous before that was basically letting you know that, hey, you're on the right track with that thought.
Yeah. But what if it's a negative thought?
Exactly. That's another thing. It's like, was that right? But I think too, like even seeing 666, I see 666 a lot, and a lot of people like, oh, that's the devil number. No,
it's actually not.
It's letting you know that you need to go back inwards and stop focusing on things that surround you.
Yeah.
You know, and so even that, like, you know, even when you do have a negative experience, I feel like if you had that negative experience and you seen 444, like you said, it probably could mean, you know.
Tap back in with yourself.
Tapping back in with yourself some way, somehow.
And even though you're going through this negative experience, you're still guided and protected.
Yeah, you always guided and protected. It's just like a lot of people, and I'm gonna say this is the last thing, we gotta wrap it up. But a lot of people, it's not easy to look inward because you gotta reveal and be honest with yourself.
Yeah,
it's not an easy journey. I ain't gonna lie. You know, just having to be by yourself, be quiet, not have your phone with you, not having no Netflix, anything that's distracting your mind, like, and then you got to look at yourself, and it's not easy. But that's how you get to that rebirth of that people like to say, that rebirth, that, you know, killing the old part of you and stepping into that new, because you're getting away from all of the things that you're conditioned to. You know, you're breaking away from those chains and you're trying to reach a higher self. Yeah. You know, but. God bless you.
Bless you.
I don't know what to say to that. But I appreciate you for coming along.
For sure.
I definitely love this topic, man. I got excited about this topic because, like I said, we talk about this a lot. I be talking to Jazz. I be talking to D about it. Everybody, pretty much. Yeah. So, you know, I really appreciate you being on.
Thanks for having me.
You know, Jazz, you got anything you want to say?
No, thank you for coming. Definitely shed a lot of good light. So I like this topic a lot.
I like your nails, Jazz.
So I appreciate it.
And do you want to say anything?
No, it's just an honor to, you know, have you on the show and to, you know, conversate with you about something that's obviously passionate for you and passionate to the rest of us, and giving our audience some game on what you know, deem worthy to, you know, you and your clients. And we hope that all people can, you know, take advantage of the services that you offer, whether that's, you know, with, what is it, breathing?
The Breathe Lounge.
Breathe Lounge. And what's the 501c3?
Breathe Free.
Breathe Free.
And that is geared towards, our main initiatives are domestic violence survivors, Black men living with mental illness, and then children's mindfulness.
Nice.
Where
are you located?
So we're opening a location in the 3rd Ward area, and we have some really cool stuff coming up. So
that's what's up.
Okay.
I'm about to come up there.
If you ever need
you're hired.
Never need
a DJ production wise, sound lighting. I'm your guy.
Gotcha.
And if you just want
and
somebody,
I love working with 501c3s, and so, you know, people that are trying to give back and do something positive. And I ain't gonna say it on camera, but I tell you, because it's a 501c3. I mean, it's something
nonprofit.
It's something positive. It's like you should give back to that, you know, to that cause, you know. So however I can help, you know.
Oh, I appreciate you.
And y'all, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Comment on some topics you want us to discuss, some game, or if you want to see me slap Jazz in the back of her head, comment. And I'm just playing.
can reverse it. Vice versa.
Right.
Yeah, if you want some jazz snappy.
I mean, man, because I think Jazz can box. She take
Hey,
boxing classes.
She take that conditioning.
My money on Jazz.
Basic.
Boxing classes. I take
She
Muay
take
Thai.
that to AR.
You know, I'm
Yeah.
taking Muay Thai, so
Yeah.
I think both between.
He took 3 classes
Hey,
of Muay Thai.
hey, it's been 6.
Oh. 3.
Oh,
6.
You don't have a
Take
belt.
all 3 of y'all to stop.
Okay.
She probably
The
can.
judge said something. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
The judge.
sorry.
Yeah, we sorry.
So Sydney, before we got
Yeah.
40 seconds, tell our people how they can reach you, how they can
yeah,
stay
yeah.
in contact with you.
yeah, you guys can follow me at the Sydney Alexandria. You can follow the Breathe Lounge at the Breathe Lounge.
There you go.
Yeah, follow me.
If you don't follow if you don't follow her, that means you ain't supporting us.
And y'all
Support
need to-
them by supporting me.
There you go.
Yeah, you want to get right. Stay out of them lounges that ain't doing nothing for you, and come to the Breathe Lounge.
Come to the Breathe
Get your
Lounge.
Relax, vibe, heal,
what I'm saying?
have fun, be with like-minded people.
There you go. There you go. We appreciate you again. Thank you.
you.
Mind, body, soul. We out, y'all.
Peace. We need a.